Hello, it's Sally again, and my question today is, how do I know if I am taking on the energy of other people? Well, that one is easy and it's hard. And you use drill down questions are the easiest way. So let me paint a scenario for you. Imagine that you are walking sort of, just quietly down the road, or better yet, through a store. A department store, through the mall. We don't go to the mall anymore, do we? Or better yet, the grocery store. Imagine you're just walking through the grocery store and you're having thoughts in your head because they're always in your head. And you don't notice that other people are walking by you. And all of a sudden, you have an overwhelming feeling of sadness. It's usually sadness because the darker moods tend to vibrate at a lower frequency, like a boom car, boom, 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 boom. They tend to vibrate at a lower frequency, and the lower frequency travels farther. You're more affected by the lower frequency. So, what happens is you absorb that and your body feels the vibration, and the emotion has everything has a vibration. So the emotion has a certain lower vibrational feeling. And if you already have pieces of that lodged inside your body, and they see it just gets wilder and wilder. Because if you don't feel a feeling, you push it in your body and it gets lodged in there in pain. Yeah, we've talked about that. So if you already have that, it's going to set up a sympathetic vibration with that low vibrational feeling. And what's going to happen is it'll trigger that emotion, and then quick, so your brain doesn't think you're stupid and crazy, you'll have a memory that matches that emotion. And if it's an unhappy emotion, you're going to have an unhappy memory, and it hits you wham right out of the blue. And that's one of the ways you know you're having the feelings that other people are feeling. Another one is when you walk around and go, I'm so depressed, but I don't know why. Probably because other people around you are depressed. That used to happen to me all the time. My favorite one is I'd go to hotel rooms and I'd sleep in a bed that somebody else slept in, and I didn't clear the energy of it. I wake up in the morning and I would be freaking miserable. And I never could figure out why until I learned to clear the bed. Because a lot of people are miserable out there, especially people who travel for a living. So that's one of the ways you can know you're feeling the feelings of somebody else. If you don't know where the feeling came from, if there's no outside reason for that feeling, if there isn't something bad happening right in front of your eyes or in your life at this moment and you feel bad, that's one of the reasons you're feeling bad. Okay? Then let's see. Another way you can tell that you're processing the feelings of somebody else is you have physical pain in your body that pops up out of nowhere. Like your neck hurts all of a sudden, or your elbow, and you haven't done anything. Oh, knees, they're very big at that. That is, you're trying to process something you can't process, so your body puts it somewhere. Again, in your body, right? Organ issues, guts. Oh my gosh, guts. 9 times out of 10, people who have gut issues are, shall I say, they feel stuff, right? They're noticers. I call people who are highly sensitive super noticers, because that's a better way of saying it. You notice subtleties. You can process subtleties. You know the differences. Like my poor darling husband, I can buy him an amazing bottle of wine and put a box wine next to it and ask him to taste it, and he will barely be able to tell the difference between a $50 bottle of wine and $2 chuck. Okay, he can't, but I can. um, it's just, we can process subtleties, people who are sensitive. So when you're busily processing all these subtleties and changes in the weather, how do you know that your sensors aren't set up so high, or you're so far out in your field? And there's another, I can do a whole nother video series about being outside of your field or in your field. You feel so much more. So here's a quick thing you can do to stop processing somebody else's emotion. And that is breathe it away. You breathe into the count of 5, into the count of 5 through your nose, hold to the count of 7, and exhale, blowing to the count of 9. Do this 3 times in a row. Okay? 3 times in a row, and then check and see how you feel. If you're still feeling that emotion, do it again. Into the count of, everybody can count to 5, right? Into the count of 5, hold to the count of 7, and exhale to the count of 9. Do it 3 more times and see how you feel. Okay? Thanks so much for listening. And remember, if it's not your emotion, send it back. Bye.